Back in New York, another of Rashid's public artworks is on display. It's on Manhattan's High Line, an old railway regenerated into urban parkland.
For the work in the High Line, I took this fairly innocuous structure and I placed these formed shea butter heads inside of it.
Contradictions sing throughout Rashid's art. In his studio in Brooklyn, he makes paintings that explore emotions, but he counters that sensitivity with techniques that bring a real toughness and brutality to his work.
When I face them after they're finished, kind of tells me something about where I was on that day. So
this one you look at and be like, those guys with the cameras right here?
Yeah, this is basically, to some degree, speaks to your presence.
Gaudi, Picasso, Miro, Tapies, and Dali all loved this city, and it inspired so many of their greatest works.
Absolutely, so we've got a lot to get through. 5 massive artists and just one weekend.
The wonderful things about how painterly this is, how anti-Picasso it is in some ways, are the skin tone of the different textures of the doctor's hands against the sinewy, green, dying flesh. The other thing that's really important to note about this work, Picasso was 16 when he painted it. And you wouldn't think, looking at it, that he would then go on to redefine 20th century art. But Picasso does.
The Gander experience begins well before you even step inside.
Hello, this is Ryan's second phone. I'm on the other line at the moment. Please leave a message or you can text me. Cheers.
I've just rung you because there's a billboard outside your exhibition. What's all that about? I don't want to touch it. Pull it off the wall. She did touch it.
This is Delhi, my first ever visit, and I've never seen so much color, chaos, and energy.
No joke, there are more people on the road right now than there are cars. I have no idea how we're gonna get through here without killing someone. I just love how brave you are with that. You just let it go. Look at that. And you're completely surrendering yourself to the material.
Yeah. I don't make art from my head. I make art from my stomach.
Mickalene found her signature multi-layered style, capturing the spirit and culture of the African-American women she finds inspirational.
They could be seen to be in vulnerable positions, poses, that like typical art historical trope of them lying.
Yeah, the sort of reclining nude, and it's not a requirement for nudity in my work. I'm just trying to put positive images out there and claim spaces that are usually sort of closed off to us.
I came here this morning wanting to learn more about the women in Mickalene's paintings. But of course now I realize that those women are stand-ins for her. And she uses it as a way to work through her relationships and where she is in this moment, which means that the work is always going to shift and change as she does, and as her life moves along. There's always another muse right around the corner.